63 of the 65 men and women accused of instigating the July unrest have made their first appearance at the Durban High Court. They were served with indictments last November and have been on bail since. Now, the group is accused of using several WhatsApp groups to coordinate acts of violence in 2021. All of this, presumably, to force the state to release former President Jacob Zuma, who was incarcerated at the time. Now, I'm joined by Natasha Ramkissoon-Kara, who speaks for the NPA. Natasha, thanks for joining me. Perhaps let's just start with those extra charges that were added during the last appearance. I'm talking about the terrorism, sedition, and conspiracy to commit murder. Could you unpack that for us, please?
Sure. If you look at the indictment that was served on the November appearance of the accused, the state had added those further charges of terrorism, conspiracy to commit murder, and that's with regards to Judge Raymond Zondo, as well as sedition. And basically what the state is alleging in a nutshell is that following the findings of the State Capture Commission, where the finding was that former President Zuma is incarcerated, as you said, the state is alleging that these individuals allegedly formed these WhatsApp groups and then acted in various ways that created these charges of terrorism, and as well as, so I wouldn't say creating a state of instability in the country, going against the rule of law in terms of that was a decision made by the law, and in order to force the state to retract that. So those are where the charges stem from largely.
But very brief appearance we had in the Durban High Court, and largely because there were still some issues around legal representation.
That is correct. The state is very much on track. I have to put that on record. On the last appearance, we had made the undertaking to provide the various defence counsels with statements, etc. And we have been doing that consistently as they've been coming to us. But today we find that two of the accused are still not legally represented, and that was the reason for the remand in any event. Because as the judge had said, in order for us to then proceed with the next stage, which will be a pre-trial conference, all these accused have to be legally represented.
Now, if you look at these charges, I mean, these are very serious charges. Is the state ready? Are you ready to proceed? And are you confident that these charges will actually stick?
You must understand that the charges that we put before are firstly based on evidence that we have. And secondly as well, the state intends on putting its best case forward. Essentially, or at the end of the day, it will be the presiding officer who will then rule. And I would like to say that we hope that we put our best case forward.
Appreciate your time. Thank you so much. That's the spokesperson for the NPA there, Natasha Ramkissoon-Kara. The alleged instigators are expected to be back in court on the 8th of April, and that will be for the pre-trial conference. But the other two accused, who are not yet represented, have been asked to make themselves available to this court on the 13th of February to show that they in fact have lawyers that will represent them. I'm Dasen Thathiah at the Durban High Court.